Hey, hey everyone. I know everyone is just starting to join us. Hey Teena, how are you? Good to see your beautiful face. You're probably muted. If you'll unmute, I mute everybody usually on the way in. Can you guys hear me okay? Can y'all hear me? Hi, Teena. There's like 6 of you. I love it. Okay, great. Awesome. 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 So excited. We got another couple, but about another minute until 3 o'clock. Just wanted to give everybody a quick heads up to hop on first and get situated. I know that a lot of people watch the playback and a lot of people come on live. There's nothing like being on these live. I always have my notes and my pen, and I can't wait to learn from you, Teena. I'm so excited you're here. I feel so blessed to have so many amazing sideline sisters in the business, and we are just loving these. We've been doing these now for a couple months now, and we have learned from just so many of our own amazing, we call ourselves makeup gurus, because we do have makeup artists on our team, but many of us came from a very long history of working with another amazing line, and we're just so excited that we have access to this pro makeup. So we are going to get started. And so, Teena, can you hear me? Can I hear you?
Yes. Can you hear me? How's
Yes.
my lighting for you guys?
It
Can you
looks
guys
so
see me? Only because I have my laptop on the bottom. So just in case I see something, and I'm going to go ahead and turn that. Okay, you guys don't have that video down there because you guys would then be seeing my stomach, and that's not a good view right now.
and as soon as I spotlight you, you'll get big, and so you'll see yourself on the whole screen. But everybody is still just hopping on. We're so
Oh,
excited.
perfect.
Here. Will you text Casey and see if she's hopping on? All right, so today is another Beauty on a Budget, and I'm so excited to learn from Teena. I've been watching her for a long time. We've connected at different conferences. And Teena, how were you introduced to LimeLife? How did you actually find the products? And obviously, tell us a little bit about your makeup history and how long you've been doing makeup, and how you
So
created this
exciting.
passion.
So I started this makeup journey back in 2000. I think it was 8 when also in the mortgage industry. So if you guys don't know, my name is Teena Hoffstetter. I'm actually came from the mortgage industry. I was with a big company for a long time, and then I switched over like we would do in network marketing. I was like, you know what, I want a better opportunity. Oh, where did you guys go? Hold on, let me shut this down real quick. Sorry about that. And then I figured, you know what, this employer that I was with at the time was like, go ahead, we're gonna basically lay you guys off, but we're gonna give you this big old package. And so what I did was I told myself I need to go to school because they said we're gonna give you about $5,000 to $8,000 for schooling. So right away I was like, oh, I always wanted to do makeup. I love it. People always ask me to do their makeup. So I was like, you know what, this is my opportunity to do this. So I've been a makeup artist since 2008. And from there, it's just grown and grown and grown. How I met Lyme Life is there was another makeup artist that introduced me to Lyme Life. But at the time, I was with another company, another network marketing company that I was like, no, I don't want to. I don't have time. I just had my kids. They were very little babies. My daughter was basically just born. And I was like, no, no, no. And then she stopped. So I never went back to her. Obviously, I knew who Kat Aragon was because that's who I started basically with. And so I was the pretty much first beauty guide in LimeLife by Alcone in California in March of 2015. So that's been where I'm at. And now I found this, and I really love the products because I was able to use it with my product line that I was carrying already, along with other products. So to me, it was just like a win-win as a makeup artist to come on here and be like, you know what, I can do this. I can really put myself out there. I can not only, instead of sending them to Sephora, Ulta, all these other places, I could actually send them to myself and get money from it because I wasn't getting money from it unless I was doing a customer service type of makeup artistry with them. So that was one of my biggest things that I was like, oh, I need to do this. But I don't want it to be, kind of crazy because I just had my kids.
So you do it alongside a full-time job, and you're a full-time mom, and it sounds like you had a natural knack for makeup your whole life. You're one of those girls growing up. Everybody's like, do my makeup for prom, do my makeup.
Right.
For
I was. And it was fun.
I
So it
love
was
that.
really fun. So I really enjoyed it. And now I even enjoy it even more because now I'm able to open it up to more because I'm not the, like people often say, like, Teena, what are you doing? Like, how do you do it? But I'm the person that's every day a working woman with my kids, being able to do this business and being able to share my passion and my love. To me, it was just like so much more than that. And it is so much more than that now. So,
That's the beauty. I think that's the best part is, we really can't have it all with this industry. It's, you put your family first. And if you have a full-time career, I mean, I always say 90% of the women who join me, they actually, they're working full-time jobs and they're full-time moms, but, this
that's
becomes
awesome.
women's passion job. Especially when you find something that is so good. And this did not, you can't even hold a candle to anything I've ever used when it comes to this skincare line, these products. And of course, LimeLife was created because it was Michelle's, the owner and the CEO. It was really her love child for her makeup artist. So she was doing
Right.
something as a way to give back and to allow them to have a stream of income. And I think that's just so powerful that, I love that our products are affordable. Most of these products, if you were to find them out in the retail market, you wouldn't be able to touch them because of all the exclusive, very
I'm
soft.
sorry. I have my daughter
Oh,
trying
that's
to
okay. All the ingredients that are, brought in from all over the world. So it's just exciting to see, so many women from so many different backgrounds, from, the stay-at-home moms to the women who are doing this because they want to be able to serve in a way that they can't do in corporate America. And so I love that. So I always felt your heart was big to serve. And so we're so excited to learn from you. I cannot thank you
Thank
enough
you.
for being here.
And I also used the Alcone products myself. I would order directly from them, so I knew who they were. So being back, 65 now, 70 years, it's been like, whoa, I can't believe this is all happening.
Well, and so many people don't understand, these products were really not available to everyday women. You had to be a
No, they
celebrity
weren't.
makeup artist, or, you had to know someone, or, be involved in, Broadway. I mean, so just the fact that we have access, and we were all a little intimidated when we started because we knew they were the Hollywood celebrity makeup artists. It was what was in their makeup bag. But it makes all of us a celebrity makeup artist. It makes it so easy to apply. Like literally in 5 minutes, I just apply to face, and it's wonderful because you have these pro products that make it so easy for application. I think that every makeup enthusiast that finds these products really feels like, we could go out and share this with the world because it is so easy. It's easy application. So what are you going to share with us? I'm going to spotlight you now so that everybody can see you. So thank
So,
you so much. And Casey, I see you're here. If there are any guests, be sure to put your name in the chat bar. We use the chat bar a lot. If you have questions while Teena is doing anything, just put your chat questions, and then we'll be asking you questions so you can be involved. But we're so excited. If there are 10 guests, anytime there's 10 guests on the call or close, today I was going to give away one of our mascaras, just one of our mascaras. I've got a 4-pack here, so I was going to give away one of those. But if you are a guest, please put your name in the chat bar and who invited you. And I know some people, here's the problem today is that everyone's having to update their Zoom, and nobody knew that. It actually made me update my Zoom. So we might have people getting on throughout. But yeah, if you have any background noise, I'm just going to mute you out. Everybody make sure you're echoing again. That's you. Yeah, you have to turn your mute on. All right, so I'm gonna get you in the big screen, and let me find you again, Teena. You rolled to the bottom, and we are gonna get started here, learning some awesome tips and tricks. I can see you just fine, Teena. I'm spotlighting you though on your, I don't know, whatever application is coming up on my Zoom. So let's see what it does. How's that? Is that the right one?
So it should have me the video. Use the video if you can.
Okay, hang tight.
The one on my phone, because the one to the left, it's not it. That's my tablet.
Okay, hang tight.
And I
Let's
just want to be
spotlight
able
that.
to.
Let's see what. Yeah.
Is this one it? Yeah, I think so.
Yep.
Let's see. Is that good for you guys? So if I do it this way, you guys can see me right on your computer, right? Okay,
exactly.
Perfect. So a couple of things I wanted to talk about is how most of our products can be used for multi-purpose things. Okay. First off, that's my biggest thing for everyday women. We want the simple products. We want the long-lasting products. We want effective products, right? So my thing is, when I do this, I really truly think like it has to be able to fit all realms of women, you know, not just makeup artists, not just one person. It's not a one size fits all, right? So to me, I want to be able to show you guys our eyeshadows that you can use as a lip gloss. The picture that was on the invite, I'm actually going to try to recreate that a little bit for you guys so that you guys have an idea of what I use and how I do it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do my eyebrows, and I'll show you guys what I do with my eyebrows. I am using this pencil, which is our claim to frame. Bear with me if I forget all the names because I just use them. So I'm like, oh, hold on, let me tell you what I'm using. So, and I even do this on my lives, and I'm like, oh crap, I forgot what I'm talking about now. So I'm gonna just take a little bit, because if you see our products, they're very minimal. And if most of you guys do you guys all know LimeLife products, or are you guys new? If you guys are new, I would love to see who's new, because I kind of want to introduce it to both new
Right.
and new.
We do have a guest. I know we do have a guest on here. Is there anyone else? If you'll put in the chat bar, if you've never experienced LimeLife, that would be awesome. All right. So, and I think maybe, let's see. Hello, I was invited by Geraldine. So Lisa, have you actually experienced LimeLife yet? Have you had any of the products on your face yet? So we're getting started with some brows. So
I'm going to start with my brows. And the reason why I start with my brows, because that basically like frames your face for your completion of your makeup. So for me, I start between like not too front area. I start more in like in the middle. And so what I'll do is I kind of just do like hair like strokes, where you'll see me do this side a little different than this side because I am missing a little bit of hairs on this one. So I just kind of drag it really nicely soft on the top, and I bring it down. And people will say, and I always try to coach people when they're doing this showing, this is where you're gonna start your eyebrow, okay? Sorry. My tablet just fell. Sorry about that. So I start here, and then the middle is usually where your arch is, and at the end, this is where you want to end your eyebrow. So that's going to give you an idea of where your eyebrows should start and where they should finish. Some people like closer eyebrows, and that's really up to you what you like, and that's your preference. And you'll see I added a few little hairs in here. I'm going to change it just a little bit. I'm going to change my screen on my phone because I feel like I'm staring at myself and others, and I'm getting confused. So as you guys can see, I did this eyebrow. I did very little. The reason why I start from the bottom and then the top and then I complete within the middle is because you have product, and the product will actually like fill in all its product there. You don't want it to leave it harsh, because when you look at things harsh, that's where your eyes go. They go to the shimmer and they go to the harsh lines.
Good tip.
So I'm going to go to this other side where I really need to put hairs because I'm missing hairs. And I know for me, I used to thread my eyebrows, and that's one of the best things I think you can do for your skin because it doesn't really pull, but I know some people are like, it hurts. So I'm going to go in and do really little hair strokes, and you'll see how it just completed that. Do you guys see that?
Yes. And that's
and then
the
I
medium.
do the same. And this is a medium brow pencil.
Great. Perfect.
And so then I do the top, and then I might have to go back down because of where I started in here. I just want to do little hair strokes to complete the look. I don't want to have harsh eyebrows. And you might be like, they look kind of harsh, but when I comb them and brush them, let me just put my light, you'll see the completion of that. Does that work for you guys? Do you guys like that? Do you guys see that?
Yes, everybody's muted and they're in the chat bar, but that is absolutely amazing.
So then in the front, what I do, I do hair like strokes. So I'm gonna, and the reason why, if you notice, I'm holding my brush more at the end. So the tip of, when you wanna hold like a eyeliner or a pencil or even your brush, your makeup brush, if you hold it to the end, more at the end of the brush, it's going to give you lighter strokes. If you hold it more like a pencil, it's going to go on really dark. And if you hold it within the middle, it kind of like balances. So you can get the pressure, but you can get the still, it's light, if you've ever noticed that. So in the front, I'm going to hold the brush towards the end. And I'm just going to flicker little hairs, because I still want them to look like they're my eyebrows. And so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a thin brush. Let me see, I think I have mine. As a makeup artist, you have a lot of brushes. Stick to very minimal. So I'm going to take my foundation palette, which this is my personal, and this is one that if you bought a new one, this would what you get. I always suggest every customer to get this, only because you can work with the darkness and the lightness, highlighting and contouring with it. So I'm going to go in with the color of my eyebrow, like my skin, like a color correct, and I'm just going to clean up my brows just a little bit. I'm just taking a little bit off my brush. And one tip that I always tell people, like women that put makeup on, is when you're doing an application, make sure, even on yourself, that you're using clean tools, because your tools will perform a lot better. So then I get on top, I put just a little bit, and I blend it out. And you see how a little bit of foundation can really help your eyebrow stand out and look cleaner, right? I'm gonna go ahead and get another brush, which I used yesterday. This is my diffuser brush. I'm just gonna take a little bit of it and blend it out. Sorry, one of my curls is in my face. So I'm gonna blend it out on my forehead because I know it's a little light. I just wanted to clean up my brows so that I can get a full effect. Then what you want to do is, I always suggest getting a brow gel because it will hold your eyebrows in place. Or you can use this by itself if you feel like, you know what, I don't like to color my brows in. But I will tell you, there was two things I never did even as a personal, even when I did my own makeup as a makeup artist. I would do it on every client, but I wouldn't do it on myself. I wouldn't do my eyebrows, and I wouldn't put blush on. Those are the two things that you can really look way different if you're using like eyebrows and blush. And people don't really understand that, but they're like, but that's just more makeup I need to put on. And I'm all, no, it's not. A lot better if you do it that way. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, perfectly. Yes, they're just muted. It sounds very quiet.
Okay. It
just helps with the
it
background
said
noise.
My thing, it just said something about me being muted. So that's why I was like, whoa. I'm like, well, I hope I didn't say all of that.
No, you're great.
So then what I'll do is I might go in with more of my concealer. And now what I'm going to do is do my eyebrows. I mean, my eyelids. And I'm going to pick my color again. And you might think, why does she have, and I'm going to use my finger. The best tool with our foundation and our concealer is our fingers, you guys. Like that to me is one of the things. Why do I say that? Is because it warms up, and our foundation is wax based. So it's going to really, truly help you blend a lot easier and smoother. So then I'm going to set my concealer with an eyeshadow instead of a powder, unless you don't wear a powder. Okay, if you wear a powder only and you don't wear eyeshadow, go ahead and set it with our powder. And this is the palette that I'm using today for my contour and my powder to set. But instead of setting my eye concealer with my powder, I'm going to go in with the shadow. And the shadow is called Rise, if I could open. And this is a palette, not that I'm going to use, but I'm going to use these two colors here. And if you guys have questions, please ask me, because I feel like I'm just talking.
You're doing great. What color is that? Do you know?
This color is Rise.
Oh, that's
I
Rise.
love
Okay.
this color because it's a great setting color for any skin tone.
It's
like,
the Danessa. So that's the Danessa collection.
This is the Danessa collection,
yes.
Yes. Actually, everything except this one is Danessa. So if you guys have the Danessa collection, this is like a pretty amazing collection.
Oh, good.
So I'm just going to set that.
It's really pretty.
I am not going to use any shadow today. I'm going to use this eyeliner. This eyeliner is going to be my shadow. And the reason why is because I can make this as smoky eye as I want, or a shadow just lightly. So to me, this is my 2-in-1 product. I'm going to do a smoky eye. Along with that, I'm going to also do my eyeliner. So what I do is I'm going to go, and mind you, it's not perfect. It doesn't have to be. Why? Because you're going to blend it out.
So you're only going to use those two things for your shadow?
Uh-huh.
That's awesome. Is this an everyday look for you, or is this something?
Yes, it's pretty much an everyday look for me. And I think it's a great everyday look because you're still using your eyeliner, you're still getting your shadow. If you guys don't have one of these this is really good to have. Oh, turn it off. Sorry, my daughter is like always.
That's okay.
Like, and this is why I love it, because she can be right next to me and I don't have to leave my house. So I'm going to take a fluffy brush like this. This is one of our old LimeLife brushes. And I'm just going to blend it out.
Yeah, this is great. Such a good little, this is a great hack.
Oh,
because they're so, those are so creamy. Those
people love shadow.
Yeah.
But guess what? This is not only going to stay. So I always suggest using it fast.
Right. It's going to lock in.
It's going to stay. It's going to lock down. So I'll do this eye. And then I'll go to the other eye.
Who's excited about this? Let's show her some love. That is awesome. That is genius.
Like, this is like the perfect eyeshadow that anybody can wear. You can just use 2 or get 4. You know, I always say get 4. Why? Because you can also change up your looks for so much. Like, to me, like, changing up your look could just be one simple color. One little purple or one little orange, and you might be like, oh, I cannot do that because that's so bright. But let me tell you, you're going to get more reaction with one little pop of color than with 5 different colors on your eyes. We don't want that. So make sure you get a flat brush if you don't have one. And I always say a flat brush like this. Can you guys see that? Because what you're going to do is you can put another color, but I'm just going to use Rise again. And I'm just going to put it in the front here. Because now it's going to brighten up this shadow look. Right in the front. I used it as a setting, and I'm going to use it as like a completion look. But not only that, what I am going to show you guys is that another eyeshadow that you can use that's dark base, and if you wanted to use as like a deeper tone color for your eyes, such as this Danessa collection, you can buy them separately now, is our Good Karma. This I'm also going to use as a lip liner. So not only is that you can use it as an eyeliner or as an eyeshadow, obviously, but you're going to take a little bit. If you want to take a little bit and then darken up this area, you could do that with this, or you can do it with a pencil. And remember, when you're blending out, just kind of stop in this area and make sure it's just really blended. if you have hooded eyes, this is actually great for you because you'll have like the good dark eyeshadow smokiness and think, oh my God, I have a smoky eye, but I just used the eyeliner. Did somebody have a question? I thought it's kind of hard. If you can read the questions, if there's any,
Sure.
Blair.
We're answering it for you, but why you do your eyeshadow before your foundation, if you want to share that.
Okay. I do it because I don't want any of the fallout to be on my face.
Yeah.
I do it so that honestly, you'll see very little fallout because you want to make sure you kind of tap it if you put too much. I always do eyes first only because it makes it easier and it gives my whole look more of a completed look before I do my foundation. So I'm just going to blend it.
Did you just add a third color in there, or no, I mean a second color?
I added Good Karma.
Okay. Yes. Okay. That's what I thought. Okay. Got it.
Perfect. And if you have brownie points, you can use it. What I always suggest with brownie points is because it's a really dark brown, you want to stop in this area and then just blend it out. Maybe with this type of brush or with a more of a fluffy brush will get you that more smoky on the corner if that's what you're going for. If you're using eyeliner and you're putting it on, just make sure that you're like, okay, the darker you put the brown on, the darker your shadow smokiness will come out.
Okay.
So then I'm going to go in with our black liner and I'm going to do smoky underneath and in my I'm going to tight line. Tight line is going to help me complete my mascara look and give me that eyeliner look. So I'm going to do the bottom first and then I'm going to take the top. And do you see how it can just complete your whole eye look? Just
wow.
with this pencil.
Yeah.
With black, I just want to say, with black, you could start light and go darker because what happens is a lot of people want to go like black and dark and then they're like, oh my God, it doesn't look like me. This is not me, right? What you want to do is start with a little bit of black, even if it looks gray, and move up to that. Move up to the darker and darker because you can't remove black. People often, oh, let me just take it off. And it's like, no. You can't just take it off because and then you might not have your complete look. Look at Lois. I love it. It looks pretty. I see you. You guys are on my screen. I don't see Linda and I see Jamie. So I'm going to go to the other eye. And I'm a person that I will mix black and brown in my eye look, just like I did right now, like every day if I have to. Because to me, when I blend colors, I'm all about blending colors, making my own blush, making my own eyeshadows. And people often like, what color is that? And I'm like, let me tell you, it's two colors. These two colors, you know, they might want just one color that looks like that. But I'm always telling people I multi-use my colors because I feel like when you're able to use multiple colors, you're able to use a lot of you have a bigger range because you can make your own color. So with that being said, I'm going to go in with our eyeliner, which you don't have to use eyeliner. You could go back in with your like a thin brush like this. It's like an eyeliner brush. This spoolie, if you guys have this is the best thing you could own. And I don't even know how much this is. I think it's like less than $15. And this brush can do so many for you. You can do eyeliner with this. What I am going to do is actually I'm going to do the black. I'm going to show you guys how I can make a thin black liner. I'm going to put black liner on my hand. And take a little bit. And just swipe it on the top. Especially when you're not comfortable. I find when people are not comfortable just putting the pencil on their eye, they find like, oh my God, I can't do that. And yeah, you can. It's just practice.
We always say makeup's not a tattoo.
Right. You can take it off. You can start all over.
Mm.
Are you guys able to see really good? I just want to.
Yes, you're
Okay.
nice. Yeah, it's really helpful when you get close up like that. It's great.
So I'm going to take the next brush. Let's see. Oh, here it is. So I'm going to take brush number 20. This is also another brush that you can do so much. You can put your shadow on. You can use it as your shadow brush. You can use it as a smudger. I love using this brush as a smudger because I'm going to go on the bottom lash line and just smudge out any black to give me that dark smoky eye underneath.
Do you do a lot of brides?
I do a lot of brides. I do a lot. I used to do a lot of commercial. I did a couple of times. I worked in German Vogue, German what was it? German. I worked with a makeup artist from overseas, so she actually had a lot of the international magazines that she would do, and I would be an assistant for her. I did some short films that was fun because I saw what the movies came out to be and how, you know, that worked out. That though, whew, that's a lot of work. Movies are a lot of work, definitely. You have to be on point. You have to be, you know, there's no time to relax on a film.
Were you using the Alcone line then, or just different
I
lines?
was using a lot of different lines at the time.
Okay. Well, I love it that you handpicked LimeLife. You must have really liked
Yeah,
this
I
line.
never told myself like I never wanted to work with another line that couldn't be professionally used. And I knew the foundation RCMA being around over 65 years, their concealer, Kryolan, our setting spray, you know, with Scandinavia, all of these brands, I was already using them in my kit. We just put LimeLife on them. So it's pretty perfect, right?
Right?
To me, it was like
The best
perfect.
of
I was
the
like,
best
oh,
of
the
everybody.
best of the best, right?
Yes, yes.
So I did my eyebrows. If I feel like, you know, like I did everything, my eyeshadow, I'm like, maybe I might go back. But I'm not going to go back until I do my foundation because then I'm going to complete my look. So as of right now, I think I'm okay. I'm going to spray a little bit of our primer.
What is your typical skincare before your makeup? What are your favorite
My
skincare products?
skincare is One Drop Wonder, Sotox, and our sunscreen. And the reason
Yes.
why our sunscreen is because it's a 3-in-1. It is a sun protector, right? It's our moisturizer and it's a primer. So how better can I have that? To me,
Yeah.
that is like the best thing ever.
Yes. I just started using it and
This is
it's
my baby.
incredible. Do you mix it or
And
do
I'm
you put it on a
oily.
low? Do you mix it
No,
or do
so
you put
what? Yeah,
what
I
you
don't mix any of my products. Actually, I
okay.
like it. I like to do it individually. I like to put my One Drop Wonder, let that sit for like not even a minute. But I do wait though between my One Drop Wonder and my Sotox, maybe a minute or so, if that. But I do wait to put my sunscreen on because I want my face to be really dry. Because I use it as a moisturizer, I want my Sotox and my One Drop Wonder to really get into my skin. So I might brush my teeth, I might go yell at my daughter, I might, you know, the parent thing that we have to do, right?
Right.
So what I'll then do is now that I feel like my foundation is dry, I will actually get my I'm trying to be proper, but at the same time, I know it's my stuff. But I have to scrape a little bit of my foundation because it is low. So as you guys can see, here's my foundation. This is a lot of foundation.
Wow.
I do foundation. The reason why I go through so much is because I do lives and I do, you know, other makeup courses and I show people. So I'm going to show you guys why sometimes when it's this low, I will put it on my skin directly so that, hi, Deborah. I like to warm it up when I have very little. So you'll
Okay.
see that I And you might think, why is she not doing concealer first? Because our foundation has so much pigment, you guys, that I don't have to put a lot of concealer unless I'm doing, like, I like to do funny lives, and Blair probably knows, she sees me. I'll do funny lives where I'll put like a whole bunch of foundation on, a whole bunch of bronzer, a whole bunch of contour, and do it that way. But honestly, very little goes a long way, as you guys can see, and I use my finger again, just to kind of get it all spread out. And plus I have
She's
a little
Shinto
bit of,
3, right? You're
I'm
Shinto 3?
Shinto 3, yes. I go up to Shinto 4 in the summer, but since it's usually by now I'm Shinto 4, but because we're in the home, I have not gone out. So I'm going to use, what do you guys want me to use? Do you want to see how it looks with a Blunderful or with the diffuser brush? You guys tell me.
Would you say diffuser, do you use the diffuser for a light coverage?
Actually, I think you can get a full coverage with the diffuser or with the sponge. It really depends on how you apply it. Because like right now, I don't have that much foundation on, and I'm going to show you guys. I don't have that much foundation that I can actually get a good coverage on with this much that I have on my face right now.
Because it spreads it, right?
Because it spreads, it's warm now. Make sure you go down to your neck, décolleté, and to bronze that area up. As you can see, I'm a little lighter on my chest because I haven't tanned. I haven't gone out in the sun. Blair hasn't invited me to her house.
Come on.
So then what I do is then I'll just, whatever excess I have on my brush, I put it on my forehead. The worst thing that you could do is put a whole bunch of foundation on your forehead. Because then it will look cakey.
Good point. Good point, everyone. So don't start there. Don't even put it up there.
I don't even put it up there. I actually only use.
I love it.
Oh, you saw my daughter? Yeah, she's 6, going on 30. So then I'm going to actually take a little bit more foundation. Just because I want a more fuller coverage. And you can go right in with your foundation. I'm just doing it a little different only because I'm literally running out and I use my foundation to the max.
Yes, you do, girl. You're going to get every little bit of it.
I get every bit of it. My daughter's watching Goosebumps in Spanish and she barely even understands Spanish. So I'm like cracking up over here. So I'm going to do a deeper coverage for you guys, but I'm actually going to go and use my Wonderful, which is wet, and I'm just going to tap it. So you guys saw that the foundation that I had on was very light. You can mix your foundation with your sunscreen if you choose to. We should always wear sunscreen. And then if you guys can, make sure you guys wash your Blunderful every day after you use it. Because although it doesn't have like big pores on it, it still can get, you know, germs and gross stuff. So I'm just blotting it, patting it, because I still want the nice coverage, but I don't want it to look cakey. And so make sure also you moisturize your skin, because if you're putting a lot of foundation on, you're actually, how do I want to say it? If you put a lot of foundation on and you find that it is very cakey, that's probably because you use too much or you're not very moisturized. I'll tell you, when I first started using this foundation, I was really excited. I'm like, oh, I'm going to use this foundation. And then I found myself like, oh, this is way too much. I look cakey, or my client looks cakey. And that's like, I was like, I can't believe I'm doing this at one point. Like, oh my God, because that's really the.
When we started, we weren't prepared for that. And we messed up a lot of clients, everybody putting too much on. I mean, it's amazing how little you use of this product.
Yeah, you can use so little, and it's
Yeah.
so crazy how much you can use. So now
Yeah.
I'm going to go in, and I love this brush. You can use this brush also, the flat brush, for this, but because I use it for shadow, it's the number 7 brush. But I'm going to use this because I use this for the other one for shadow. I'm going to go in with my concealer 2 and 3. So I'm going to go in with 3 and 2. I'm going to mix them. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them already both on my skin. And the reason why I do that is because I'm always on the go, and I can color correct and highlight at the same time.
Love it. That's multitasking.
Yeah, definitely. And make sure you guys get into this little eye area because it has a little bit of purple, like you have a purple vein there that will help control the look of your eye there.
The darkest area on your whole face
is right between. How weird is that, right?
All
Like
right.
you wouldn't think that area. And then some people do a whole triangle look. We don't have time for that. So we don't have time for that. I need to hurry up. I need to go. I need to just highlight the areas and contour and color correct the areas that I need to, right? So this is why I only do this area. And then I'm going to get my blender full that has my foundation on it, and I'm just going to blend it out. You don't want to put too much concealer out this way because what's going to happen is that your eyes are going to look really cakey. And if you have wrinkles, I have wrinkles down here, you don't want them to get sucked in, the concealer to get sucked in. And so what I do is I normally look up so that my concealer doesn't really stay there. And as you can see, it's kind of blended out. So at this time, I will put my setting spray on. I put my setting spray on after my foundation because I want it to really set in. I want it to stay. I don't want it to move. And because I'm oily, I found that this was a lot easier and a lot better because my skin gave me still the dewy look after I powdered.
You like that versus the oil strike?
Yes, because I still want to look dewy. Right. I don't want to look oily, but I still want to look dewy. I want to look fresh.
Yes.
So I let that dry. And in the meantime, I'm warming up my, I usually put my, hold on, sorry, I have to be filling all over myself. I usually put it here because it's like warm, right? Or I put it in my pocket, my mascara. I get it ready so that if I need it. So then what I'll do is I'll take, let's get a new brush. Actually, no, I'm going to get this brush number 20. And so now that my concealer is set, what I'm going to do is really blend in and combine both my foundation and my concealer underneath my eye while my concealer and my setting spray is like setting. So my foundation has set. What I like to do personally, I like to use my bronzer first, and then I go in with my powders of my settings powder. So what I'll do is I'll take my bronzer, and the bronzer I'm using is number 4. Because it's powder, I don't have to use my setting powder, so it's not like I'm going to put powder over powder over powder. So I'm going to use my bronzer number 4, and at the top of my ear, I'm going to bring it down. And the reason for that, look at how it's going to leave it, and you don't want to go past your eye area. If you go past your eye area, it's just going to look like a dark spot, and we don't want that. We don't got time for dark spots. So I'm just going to blend it up and down, and that's it. Very little goes a long way. Top of the ear. And you might feel like, oh, I need a little bit more bronzer. Just put a little bit more. I always say start with a little bit work your way up, because if you put so much, it's going to be so hard to take it off or blend it out. So I like to look very like sun-kissed. So I'm going to put it at the top of my forehead. Some people will go straight across. Sometimes I go straight across. Sometimes I just hit the temples.
If you have a short forehead, do you still go up there?
Not really. I actually just, what I'll do is just get my brush and kind of blend it into my hairline just a little bit, just to give me that sun-kissed look up at my forehead. And then I'll come down, because, you know, I got a double chin. So we need to get that all brown and tan. What do you guys think? I'm going to take brush number 18. And the reason why, I'm going to tell you guys really quick. If you guys don't have this 3-well palette, you guys need to invest in that. And I'm going to say why. Because you have your powder, you have your blush, and you have your bronzer. And this is one way that you're going to be able to save a lot of money. Because you get like a
Which
huge
blush
saving.
is that?
This is blush number 3.
Oh, it's possible. Okay. It's
yeah.
our favorite. Yeah, it's our favorite.
It's my favorite, especially, it's actually my favorite on all skin tones, but especially with tan skin, it has like a gold color to it. So then I feel like then it makes me look like I have still like a gold tan.
Yeah.
So then I'm going to take a little bit, and I have to be careful because, you know, our colors are very potent here. So I'm going to start my blush up on the top of my bronzer. And the reason why is I don't want to do the apples of my cheek, which is that's how you learn. But the reason why I put it here is because I just want it to look like I'm a little bit flushed. And I'm going to blend it in with my bronzer. What do you guys think? And the reason why I haven't set yet is because these are all powder products. And these are setting this area here. So the likely of me needing more powder anywhere else is very little. And it gives you more of a lifted look when you start your blush here versus up in the front. Do you guys have any questions?
I'm not seeing any questions, but I'm looking for them. You're doing such an amazing job. We're learning so much.
So good. That's kind of what I hope for. I always hope when I'm out here doing something like this, I want you guys to all learn from me. So I'm going to use my blender for now, and I'm going to barely dip into my powder here, right? But I'm going to use this one because I'm not going to use that yet. Well, actually, I will. I'm just going to basically dip it and twist it just like if I would do it my foundation. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit here, I'm going to put a little bit here, I'm going to put a little bit here, a little bit here. Okay. I'm going to go with the other side, and it's almost like that whole baking, what people do. We don't have time to bake. The only thing I want to bake is some cookies or some cake. So I don't got time for all that. So I'm going to get the pointer of this. And you can use, if you have foundation or concealer on this side, it's perfect. It's fine. Just go ahead, and then you're just going to dab it up and like in and out, I guess, up. You don't want to bring it back down because it's in a streak and you don't want streaks. So then you're going to take the other side and do that. Up again. We always want to go up, even with our skincare.
Yeah, just blurred out your skin. Made it so soft, yeah.
And then it makes it smooth. But you see, I'm oily, and we're just gonna tap and I like to just go in the inner, you know, because the inner, yes, we get sweaty there, we get oily there. That's like the main T-zone. So I'm always looking at this area, even when I need to, like, thank God we have this little bag because I can put it in my purse and take my powder sponge. I don't even have to take my powder with me, honestly. And I'll just like double tap my area, my eye area, nose, my mouth. I do put foundation on my lips only because my lips are really like pinky, and I try to like neutralize them so that I can get the real look of my color of the lipstick that I'm trying to use. Make sure one thing you might see is that we have little like our capillaries or skin here. Make sure you just put a little bit of your concealer brush and you get around your nose area so that it's all complete. And you guys can use the same brush, and that's why I said if you guys have one of these, except for your concealer and your foundation, but your powder brushes, like if you have this is a really good thing to have because it can clean the brush and you can use another color on it. Just make sure you do it, because I did it on a live and I thought I cleaned it, and my one eye was like blue, green, and so just make sure you do that. So then sometimes I'll look back, I'll stand back in the mirror and be like, okay, what do I need to fix? What do I need to fix? Do I need to fix anything? I might want to put, maybe I want to put the eyeshadow, a different eyeshadow. Maybe I want to just leave it as is. So what I'll do is I'll just take a bigger brush, this brush, and I'll just kind of blend out all the areas that need to be blended out on my eyes. I'll take a big fluffy brush like this. We have one, I think it's number 20 or number 1, and just kind of blend out everything all together. And this is all before my lips. Okay. I'm the type of person as a makeup artist, I go out, I go in, I look at what I need to do, making sure my whole look is complete. Then I will say, oh, I want some eyeshadow. I want some shimmer shadow on that area. So I'll take my concealer brush because it's more of a wet type of brush. And I'll take, I believe this is Antique Bar, this color. It's a great shimmer for a lot of skin tones. It's like, it has a little bit of gold. I'll go in and put a little bit just at this tip here. And you see how it gives you that little bit of shimmer. It changes
Yeah, I
up
think
your
that's
whole
Gold
look.
School. I think that's Gold School. I think
It's Gold
Antique Bar is
School?
yeah, I think Antique Bar is a lot darker than that, but that is
Yeah, okay.
beautiful.
So
That
just
is
a
so
little
beautiful.
bit. You can use, what is that other one? Sweet Cream? Sweet
Yeah,
Dream?
Sweet Dreams.
You know, it just depends on your skin tone. I like that one because it's very subtle. It's not strong. And so
Perfect.
there, I'm done with my eyes. If you guys want me to put a pop of color to show you guys how to put a pop of color, I can do that. So what I'll do with my lips now is I will put an eyeliner. Back in the day, I used to put eyeliner for lip liner. So I have my nude. This is a dark nude. Am I on time? I don't want to go over.
We have 8 more minutes. You're jamming. Love it. So that's really no color.
So this nude on me is no color. It might reflect a color on you because you're fairer than me. So this is what I'm going to use as a nude. Okay. So then I'll put I'm going to put Ruby Chocolate, or you can use Birthday Cake. I love these two with this color. And I'll
Did you say
put
it was
on.
light nude or dark nude?
This is dark nude.
Okay.
And so what I'll do is put just a little bit, and then I'll go in, because my skin tone, I like a little darker eyeliner. We don't have a darker eyeliner yet. Working on that with Madison. So I'm going to take
Are
an
you saying
eyeliner brush, a lip liner. We don't have a darker
lip liner.
Lip liner. Did I say eyeliner? I'm sorry. We don't have like a darker than this for like a brown tone. We only have like purple and berry colors. So I'm going to take, this is how I love to tell people, like, you can actually use this as a lip liner. So I'm going to take Good Karma, just a little bit.
Awesome. She's right. We don't have a dark brown. But look at that. She just made one. I know.
And there's your darker eyeliner.
Wow.
You have the dark gray.
It's not bad.
No, I know.
That's just amazing. How good that looks.
Love you too, baby.
It looks really good. Really strong.
Would have never guessed that.
And actually, I came with this color because Jacob actually was like, I need a darker eyeliner. And I was like, you know what? He was like, can you guys do birthday cake or ruby chocolate with an eyeliner with a Danessa? And I was like, oh, I'll do it. Let me try it. And it ended up coming out really, really pretty. And I was like, oh, I like this. This is what I'm going to wear all the time because I think it's really pretty. And I've been wearing it and I'm like, oh, I really like it. But and then I feel bad when I have to tell somebody, oh, I'm wearing this and a shadow. But you know what? They can use it as a shadow. They can even use this as a shadow. So it's like we can use so many different things. And if you guys are more of a gloss person, you guys can add, I would add a Humble to this.
Pretty. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty.
I stand up during all my lives because I feel like if I sit down, I might fall asleep. So I'm always looking above myself and everybody's like, where are you looking at? And I'm like, oh, I have a bigger mirror in front of me. So this is what I would probably wear every day. And actually it is my everyday go wear. If you go look at my page, I use a lot of color. If you guys wanted to use a pop of color, you guys can use, I would say to start with a purple or an orange because that's definitely a pop of color. You can actually take your number 20 is perfect. I'm going to do purple. And I'm just going to add it just underneath. I'm going to do purple on one eye and then the orange on another so you guys can see. And I'm going to use the same brush. Do you guys see that? Do you guys like that?
Gorgeous.
And then I'm going to take my black eyeliner and just put it right in my waterline again because it might have came off just because I mixed colors. So,
beautiful.
What do you guys think?
Oh my God, it's gorgeous. So pretty.
If
so
you guys
natural.
feel like you guys need more powder, more anything, this is like a simple way. What I normally will do sometimes is put a little bit, and you know what I didn't do, you guys? I didn't even do my mascara. But you could see that my eyes look really strong with it. I'm gonna go ahead and just put a little bit of mascara because I know we have like a few more minutes. And I put mascara on the top and the bottom. I put a full coat on the top and then I go back in with my second coat and I wiggle because I want more product there. Ooh, sorry. Mascara is really good because it will make your eyes look bam. But don't forget to curl your lashes. Because if you don't curl your lashes, then your lashes might not look like voluminous. They might look just like straight out. So that is the look of what I did on my last photo that you guys have the invitation to. So I would love to see your guys' looks. So tag Blair and I'm gonna go tonight and I wanna see all your guys' pictures on your guys' makeup outcome if you guys did it. If you guys just watch me, that's fine. But I also wanna make sure that you guys learned a lot of tips from here.
So good, so good, so good. So now we're all big on the big screen again. It kept locking up a little bit here. I'm not sure why, but hopefully everybody got to see everything and it'll work beautifully on the playback. That was so like endless tips. Like just when you think you can't learn anything more, you just taught us like 10 new things that we are going to be able to take away and use for ourselves and our clients. So thank you, Teena. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And for all you guys that joined us, I think we just had a couple guests on and I know we will have many more that will watch the playback. And just know when you get 10 on, fun. I do a drawing. Usually if we get to 5, I do a drawing. Did we get to 5, Casey? We do? We have 5? Okay, well then spin that wheel,
7.
sister.
Got
Oh,
7.
7. So I have 1 beautiful mascara. That mascara she just started to apply. I'm going to give away one of these. It's going to come. I'm going to pop this open and put it in the mail to you guys. And just know you've got 2 ways to shop. I know Casey's putting everybody in, but you can shop here as a amazing beauty guide where you can come in and you can get everything you love for a great price at a great savings. And it's so easy to share this because of what Teena just showed us. I mean, this stuff just makes everybody look like Hollywood. My mouth was open the whole time, and I've seen this for 3 years, but I'm constantly learning, and I'm constantly just amazed at just the performance of these products. And then of course, get with your beauty guide afterwards. And I am the same color as Teena. So Teena is a Shinto 3. I'm an olive 3. So we actually are the same coloration. So everybody can use these colors. You use some great colors that would work for just about anybody. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
That's good.
We are so excited to have just so much knowledge and just so much sharing and collaboration, and just so grateful for women like you that are, you know, just so comfortable sharing these products. So thank you. You are always welcome.
Thank you for inviting me. I really, truly appreciate it.
You were a treat.
With everything going on, I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna go to some makeup now.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
So,
and so everybody that was here, that is a guest, get with your beauty guide. That is what our beauty guides do. We help direct you. We help show you exactly how to make this look work for you. And that's what I love. It can work for anyone because everything being 50% pigment, it's all in how heavy you put your finger to the product, or your brush to the product.
Look at my eyeliner. I tried to take it off. It didn't come off.
I know. It's like super. I love it. And you can just take it right off with our cleanser. So, all right, Casey, I'm going to let you spin the magic wheel. And whoever the winner is, you are going to need to put your name and your address in the comments. And I am going to send you on a mascara tomorrow. How awesome is that? And the winner is
Shelly. Is Shelly still on?
Shelly, are you there? Congratulations. I do not see Shelly. Shelly, are you with us?
This is my daughter, guys. She wants to show her face.
Shelly? Look at her. What is her name?
Oh, Belen.
What is it?
Belen. B-E-L-E-N. Belen.
Belen, that's gorgeous. She's beautiful, like her mama. Okay, so
do we know whose guest Shelly is?
Do we know whose guest Shelly is? Anybody out there? Do we know whose guest Shelly is?
She's from Sandy Banfield.
Is she still here?
Okay.
She's still here?
She's mine. Can you hear me?
It's breaking up a little bit. She's on Sandy's team. I mean,
Okay.
on
Oh, she's a beauty guy?
She's mine. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
She's a guest. She's
Okay.
she's a guest.
Is she still here with us, Sandy?
I don't.
I looked at
Should we spin again, Blair?
Unless she's on. Are you on?
here. She must have left.
I don't see her on my screen.
Either that or she muted.
Yeah, no, I don't. Well, we can see
Oh,
every
she was
single
asking a question.
Is Deborah still here?
Yes. Deborah Pruitt is here.
Yay!
Okay, all right. So I'll get with both you guys, and we'll make sure and see what happened with the first guest. And guys, have a blessed day. Teena, thank you. We thank you. Thank you so very much. We are so grateful for you guys. And if you want to get with your beauty guide, get some samples. She can send you some samples, and just get with the person who invited you, whoever, whether you watch this on a playback or live. Be sure to get with someone so you can get started on your budget of what you want to get started with, whether it's skincare or makeup. Everything we have is money back guaranteed. It's happiness guaranteed. You will love, love, love it. And we are just so glad that you joined us. And we'll be back again Wednesday night for our next Beauty on a Budget. Not sure exactly what our topic's going to be, but as soon as I do know, I will post and you guys can start sharing the word. Guys, thank y'all so much for joining. Have a blessed Sunday. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thanks, Teena.
Thank you.